Hello, class 3. Today we will start a very different topic, and that is comprehension. Now, what do you understand by comprehension? Comprehension is also known as passage. Now, what happens in comprehension? So, here in comprehension, a short story is given. Okay, any story. And you have to read that story carefully, and then you have to answer the questions that has been asked, and all the answers is given in the story only. Okay, so here as you can see in page number 87, here is a short story given. Now, what is the first line says? Read the story given below and answer the questions that follow. The first thing in comprehension is you have to read the story very carefully. Then only you will be able to find out the answer. Remember, children, every question that has been asked and all the answers are given in the story only. You will find in the story only. Thus, it says to read the story carefully. So, we will do comprehension number 1. Okay, and then you will understand. So, what we are going to do is we will read the story. So, it says that Meena and Tina were fairies. They were playing in the little fairies' park. A rabbit came and went around them. He wanted to play with them. The two friends shooed him away rudely. Go from here. Can't you see we are playing so happily? The rabbit looked at the fairies and gave a naughty smile. What's that? He asked, pointing towards their back. Suddenly, he started to giggle and then he laughed and laughed. The fairies stopped and questioned him. Why are you laughing? The rabbit said, You look so funny with the tails. Fairies do not have tails. Tina and Meena were shocked. They tried to turn and look at their own tails, but they could not. The fairies started crying and rushed home to their mother and asked her, Can you see tails behind us, Mom? Both turned around. Mother smiled and said, No, of course not. Tina and Meena then went to the crazy rabbit and asked him, Do we have tails? The rabbit laughed a lot and said, You don't have tails. It was just a prank. I was teasing you. The fairies were angry. The next moment, the rabbit got up and said, I am sorry. I just wanted to be friends with you. Are we friends now? The fairies shook hands with him and they became friends. This is a very short story about two fairies and one rabbit. Okay, there were two fairies, Meena and Tina. So once what happened while they were playing in the little fairies park, there a rabbit came, and that rabbit, he also wanted to play with the fairies, but the two fairies, he what did they do? They shooed him away. They did not, the two fairies did not allow the rabbit to come and play. So, what happened next? That the rabbit, he looked at the fairies and he gave a very naughty smile. He looked and he started to laugh. Now, the fairies asked, that, Why are you laughing? Then he asked to the fairies, What is there at your back? Okay, so this rabbit said, You both look so funny, and the wings that you have, it looks like a tails. So the rabbit, he laughed. He was teasing the fairies, said that you both have a tails at the back. Now, Tina and Meena, they were very shocked. They tried to turn back and they wanted to see their tails, but they couldn't see. So the fairies, what happened next? They started to cry and they rushed towards their home. They went running towards their home and they asked the mother that, Mom, can you see a tail behind us? Then mother smiled, and what did she said? She said, no, there's no tail behind your back. So what does Tina and Meena did? They went to the rabbit and they started to question, do you think that we have a tail? Now this rabbit, he began to laugh. He laughed a lot. Then the rabbit said, no, you don't have tails. It was just a prank. That means he was just making a joke with the fairies. Why? Because he wanted to play with the fairies. And what happened next? The rabbit said, I am sorry to the fairies. And he said that he just wanted to be friends. So, what happened later? The two fairies, they shook their hand with rabbit and all the three of them became very good friends. So this is just a small story. Okay, now it's time to do answer the following questions. Now, what was the first thing that I said in the beginning? That every answer is given in the passage only. You have to find out the answer from the story itself. So what does the first question ask? Who were Tina and Meena? So we'll try to find out the answer from the passage. So the first line, Meena and Tina were fairies. This will be your answer number 1. Okay. Now the next one. What did the rabbit want from Tina and Meena? We'll find it out. Now here, the rabbit wanted to play with them. The rabbit wanted to play with them. Third question, what did the rabbit say that made Tina and Meena cry? So what did the rabbit say? The rabbit said, you look so funny with the tails. Fairies do not have tails. This is what he said. Who said? The rabbit. Now the next question. Did Tina and Meena really have tails? No, Tina and Meena did not have tails behind their back. Now, I hope children so far you have understood. So today we will do just comprehension number 1 and the next part of the video we will be doing comprehension number 2. The question and answers of this comprehension I will send you in WhatsApp. Till then, take care.